I know you said you were seeing some things on the SPY or the SPX, the SP 500. How does that play in, especially when we're talking about these bullish charts we saw earlier? Are we seeing the same bullish nature go into the stock market, or what are you seeing over there?
Yeah, it's giving you a really nice invalidation. It lines up with the Dixie even. So like let's say that the Dixie comes here, rallies, holds this low and rallies, you'll see something out of the SPX that's going to kind of tell you that that rally might be sustained. So I have one alert set right here, and this is a little box here. Basically, this was your range as we were falling into this zone. This was support. It was like 0.5 fib. It was also the target from a shark that I was playing. And what you'd be looking for is a lot of volume, and you'll like this. So this is your 2-year range on the SPX. So you can see that this is your overall point of control for that 2 years of price action.
Oh, wow.
Now, if we said, well, I only want to see the last year, I'm not interested in 2 years of data. Again, same exact level.
Wow.
You could go to the last 6 months, same
Wow.
exact level. Well, right here,
It's almost like
you can go to the
we're at a decision
quarterly.
point.
Yeah, you need to hold this level. And this is a yearly regression. So this is a tool that I've customized with some settings, and then I just apply it to time frames, guys, because it's important to use these things non-subjectively. I only apply them to like the daily, weekly, monthly, etc. That way I've always got like a constant, and this is your 1-year regression. It's been really good for 2022, and you're trying to get back above it, which you've done several times. But if you start breaking back into it, kind of like a deviation, and you lose that point of control, this is the average of price from the prior 6 months. You can see that was your support off the initial rejection of the point of control here, back to support. Now you're back above it. So you don't want to be giving that level back up right around like 39.50, give or take. You start losing that and rolling back over, you're going to see 38.85 most probably. I think that fills this little gap in. But then you got to say, if we lose that level, I mean, man, you could be looking to take these lows, maybe even come back to the lows here of this regression. And the next time plot I have for a pivot, because I time out the market, obviously, using fib time. This is the first pivot right here. There's your high. There is your low. This one wasn't as nice, but still got a nice little like high right here. And then you can see that this was the next high that I was looking to be put in, was in this region. I'm looking for the next pivot on the SPX coming in the middle of February. And if you recall, when we were looking at Bitcoin, we were saying, okay, sometime at the end of February is our next time pivot if we were looking at this from a rally standpoint, similar to last year's rally in the early Q1. So that wouldn't look good. It would make me think that we were coming down, and then I would actually be looking for like a 3 drives pattern into the 2020 naked point of control, which is like right here, and that would line up really nicely. However, you can't trade for it until those things happen. So in terms of what you want to see bullish wise, are we going to see this box up here? It's really easy to tell, because again, we're going to go out to the quarterly chart, and I'm a big proponent of, the quarterly chart on most assets, to be honest with you. And let me get rid of these boxes so it's a little bit cleaner, and we'll get rid of the timing as well. It's just not necessary for this. That way it's somewhat clean for you guys to view.
We appreciate it.
So when you go out to the quarterly chart, you already notice it right here. The Q1 low and the Q3 NPOC are right here. Both are still intact, so to speak. But if you go to the Q3 low, this has been the level, or the Q1 low, from 2022. If you go to Bitcoin and several other assets, this has been such a key mark. Like XRP is a great example. I'll show that one to you in a little bit.
Yeah.
The Q1 low has just been the rejection zone. You can see that you've come up here once, but now it's resistance. You need to get back above that level. And you can go out to the monthly, and you can see it again right here. You've got the Q1 low just holding up as the area to get back above. And if you do, you've got the prior year's pivot right here that I think you'll go see into that macro gold pocket from the high to the low right now. I think that's the target for me. But if you were to even look at this from just a you go to the weekly chart and just say, okay, just from a structure standpoint, what is it, about right here? I think that would be a good spot. And then pull it before you break down, something like this. There we go. There's your value area low. If you were to merge all this price action, because you got some acceptance right here, before losing this level permanently, this will be your value area low as well. So you've got some different confluences there with both volume, you've got horizontal levels, you've got a naked point of control here. Everything says that you need to get back above 41.1465. And if you can do that, I think you've got I wouldn't say substantial, but in this market, all I would be doing is identifying this local high at this area of known resistance and saying, do we sweep this high and then dump, or is this a real rally and reclaim it and turn this into support and then, range inside of this value for a little bit? So that's really the two options on the SPX. Like right now, obviously, I'm long risk assets. I've taken some profits, but I'm going to continue to be long until something tells me not to be. But that would tell me that maybe this rally is coming to an end if we start losing this area of support at like 39.50 and rolling back into this regression. Then you've got a scenario like this on your hands, because a lot can happen in the next month, I guess, in terms of that timing. There it is. You would have something like this. Basically, you've come up to the gold pocket right here. You've retraced back to the gold pocket, and you'd be looking for an equivalent retrace for a 3 drives pattern into the 2020 NPOC. So if you were to come over here and look at your annual ranges, you can see we have an inefficiency down here from 2020 that has not been filled. So you'd be looking at it like that. That's only if the bear scenario plays out. For me right now, I think that that's the less likely of the scenarios, but anything is possible. Anything is possible. It's always good to be prepared. So you have a plan.
Yeah. Super cool.
Those are some good levels on the SPY for sure.